My name's Danell. I'm the operations manager here at Grow Up Farms here in Lapeer. I've been here for about 2 years. I've been in the industry for about 4 different states, and I think this is my home for sure.
The thing with all my professionals and all the people that work for us,
Right.
We have a great team, and their loyalty is unbelievable. And at the same time, they actually take pride in the product that we produce.
Right.
So that's all I can say.
How long have you been in this industry?
In this industry for going on 9 years.
Okay.
In business for 46 years.
Nice.
Since 1979.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, out of all the places I work, this is by far one of the best bosses I've ever had. He actually cares about us. We're like his family to him.
Yeah.
You ask him, we're his family. Anything we need, if we need it, we just reach out to him. He has our backs.
It takes both sides.
Right.
They do a great job, and that's why they deserve everything they get. And it's probably one of the, I own multiple businesses, and this is one of the ones that I actually have no issues whatsoever because of the team that we put together with Rick's leadership.
Right. Sure.
Yes.
Are you local to the area?
Yes. I mean, I'm local. I have, like I said, I have multiple businesses here.
Yeah.
So I'm here all the time.
So, like, what was important about having the location here, like in this city?
Because my headquarters is here.
Right.
So I own a distribution center just 10-15 minutes on the east side. I own South Fifth Town, some retail locations. I own a golf course just west of here, another 10 minutes.
Okay.
So this was a perfect. Yeah, I did not want it anywhere else.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Have a good evening, Andy.
You too, ma'am.
Let's walk through this way. If you don't mind just stepping through the air shower really quick. It's about a 20-minute shower. Just spin left-wise, counterclockwise.
Please take a complete left turn.
All right, we'll start our tour over here in our propagation area where we house the moms and the clones. Here's our clone room.
Wow.
So each flower room holds about 615 plants, but we cut about 1,100. That way, once we actually choose which ones we want, we always choose the best ones.
Right.
So these clones here are actually going to get moved into veg on Wednesday, so they're just starting to pop roots. Over here, we got some seedlings that we just popped, going through some, we try to choose at least 2 strains a month to kind of bring into the facility. So these are our newest sets here. And then if we step over here, these are all of our genetics that are not in production, but we don't want to necessarily get rid of yet, so we just kind of house them in here.
And what are some of these strands that you have right here?
One of my favorites here, we have some pressure.
Okay.
That just came back. We had it for a while and we lost it, but now we got the strain back, so we're ready to get that back rolling. Over here we got Delish from Junkie, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Mac 1, it was in production, but with all the new genetics coming in, we kind of just sat this on the back burner for a while. Mayday's new, spicy guava in the back. That tall one in the back is also pink runts. We have 3 of those phenos going right now, and they all look different.
So far as the Mac 1, it was just like those newer genetics just were in high demand, or?
Pretty much. So the ones that we decided to keep, like our older genetics that are still in production, we decided to keep those because 1, everyone loves those, and 2, they yield pretty well. Whereas Mac, it yields good, but it's harder to sell. It's an older genetic, and a lot of people don't really like the older genetics, so we're trying to bring what people want, but at the same time, we're also keeping the older genetics for like the older heads. You know, they love those old strains.
I love that Mac 1.
Same. It's one of my favorites. Mac 10 and Mac 1 are like my top 10. So we'll head over to the mom room next.
Okay. Wow.
So here we have the mom room. There's 3 generations of moms in here.
Okay.
The youngest ones are here. Table 2 and 3 is the generation behind it, which is 2 weeks of older, and then 4 and 5 is 2 weeks older than this table. So how the cycle works, we clone to kill. So Monday, these are getting cloned. After we clone them, we kill those, and these will now move on to this table. So table 1 literally holds enough to populate 2 tables. Once they're big enough, we separate them into 2 tables so that they can grow bigger.
So for the people that don't know, how can you explain, or what is that exact cloning process? Like, how do you clone genetics?
So we'll go over here, see a couple of these. When we're cloning the genetics, especially here, we want everything to kind of be uniform once it goes into flower. So we try to get as many top cuts as possible. So we aim to, normally I grab a pair of scissors and that's my measurement. But we'll clone right here, cut that, and that's now a clone piece. We'll get rid of these lower branches here because there's no longer necessary. And then we'll just keep the top. And then that's what you guys seen over in the clone room.
Gotcha.
So we'll cut roughly about 20 to 25 per mom.
Wow. So how many plants are in this room?
In this room specifically, we have, on the bigger tables, there's 30 each. And then on that smaller table, there's 60.
Okay.
So 120, 240, plus 60, about 300 plants in here.
Wow. What's some of your favorite strands that are in this room right here?
With all the new genetics coming in, it's kind of hard to say. Yeah. Some of the old heavy hitters that I personally like is the permanent marker, the Sherb Cream Pie.
Okay.
The RS11, that's really a good one.
Yeah.
And then one of the newer ones that we just got that just came back from testing is the Rainbow Runtz. Okay. And it is amazing. It's probably like my second favorite smoke.
If you had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate that strand?
The Rainbow Runtz, I would say a 9.5. I don't give anybody 10.
Okay.
Because, you got to knock me on my ass if you're going to give me a 10. But, no, the smoke's there, the color's there. It burns evenly. I smoked it in a joint. I smoked it in a bowl. I smoked it in a blunt. It all smokes good.
What about like that terpene profile?
The terpene profile is amazing. It's almost like a Skittles.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a Skittles mixed with like a smoothie, if you can imagine it. Because you got that Skittles there where you got the fruitiness, but the smoothie kind of gives it that like
concentrate kind of taste.
Yeah, it kind of gives it more filling taste to it when you smoke it. It doesn't feel like you're just smoking air.
Right.
It kind of really fills your lungs with the good smoke.
What strands in here do you think that you will? What strands in here are you most looking forward to try that you haven't tried?
That is a maple nectar right here. This strain here, we have maple nectar. It's supposed to be like a really good rosin dumper, so I'm really curious to see how that smokes. Gotcha. We just got that, so this will be the first round in production, so we don't really know how good it tests just yet.
Gotcha. What's the science behind choosing the strands that y'all do grow versus like bringing in new ones? How do y'all decide what do y'all want to bring in?
It's really based off of the market as well as what we personally like to smoke. We want to keep something that we like to smoke because we work here. We want to feel proud about it. Right. But we also try to keep up with the market as well. So whatever the market's asking for, we try to bring that in as well. Gotcha. We're not necessarily feeding to the market, but if the market wants it, we know how to grow it. Why not grow it?
Is this basically catering to the market, but with a twist? Like you doing it your way?
Exactly. We're doing it our way where it doesn't feel like we're selling ourselves out per se. Right. We're growing what the market wants, but we're also growing what the market needs.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I just love the fact that y'all grow what y'all like to smoke too.
Seriously, like we also every week before we choose like what's getting cut or what's coming in, all of the managers in the building will sit down with ownership and be like, hey, what are we bringing next? And we kind of discuss that. We'll throw a whole bunch of different ideas on the table, and whoever gets the most votes, that's what strain's coming in. So that's how the Delish and the Chop Treats, those are our most newest ones. Those just won last month.
Gotcha.
But that's also a great way to keep your employees happy too, because you're giving them something that they're looking for, so that's positive reinforcement. Exactly.
If you ask all of our employees, they love working here. It's kind of like a family. We keep it small. There's about 19 and 20 people here. Okay. We're also looking for one employee if anyone's looking. But we try to keep it small. We have events. We throw barbecues. We throw cookouts. We throw events outside of the facility. We try to keep everyone engaged and just loving the plant. We're growing. We don't want anyone to stress. So it's like if we can give them that benefit of the doubt when they're here, That's what I want. A lot of people are going through stuff at home, so it's like at work, you don't want that too.
You don't want to bring that here.
Yeah, at all. Like, so if they can keep that outside of the facility and we can bring an energy where they can actually enjoy and not feel like they have to bring any drama or any bad energy, I mean, the plants are going to feel it.
Right.
So we try to keep it as positive as possible here.
Gotcha. We need more people to vote for the Mac 1 too.
Yes.
Mac 1 fire.
We got to bring the Mac 1 back. I actually started out in propagation when I first got here 2 years ago. I was the mom manager, but now I'm in operations, so I kind of handle all the administrative
Which
stuff.
process do you see that you like the most?
The one that has my heart is always propagation, because I feel like I really love the plant. They call me the seed queen here, so I love the plant. So I would definitely say propagation, but the one that really I like the most is obviously harvest.
Yeah.
I love harvest days. You smell like a skunk, but it's great. So we'll head over to the cultivation side next. Yeah, walk a little further to turn the lights on here. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, so here we have 4 flower rooms on this side, and on this side we have 2 veg rooms and 2 dry rooms. Okay. Currently we don't have anything in veg, but I'll let you guys see how the veg room is set up here.
Okay. This is a nice size room.
Very spacious.
Yeah.
So each veg room holds 5 tables. Each veg table can populate 2 flower tables. So in each flower room, there's 10 tables. Veg, we have 5. This room is actually going to get loaded on Wednesday. Those clones that we've seen over there will be get moved into here.
Okay.
We got the pots ready. We'll hydrate the pots, and then we'll clone them, or stick the clones in them and transplant them.
This is nice.
So each table holds about 120, except for table 5, that back corner.
Okay.
That zone specifically holds 75, where everyone else holds 60. So that table right there will have 15 more plants and everything else.
So how many plants altogether would be in this room?
615. Yeah. And we're currently in the process of getting rid of these and just hand watering in here. We feel like it's the best at that younger stage to kind of really hone in on their roots and not overwater them or underwater them. We feel like that's the best way to go right now.
Cater into the needs.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. For sure.
All right, we can step over here to the next rooms.
Thank you.
So with the flower rooms, each flower room is 2 weeks behind the next.
Okay.
So this is flower 1. This one is the second oldest right now.
Okay. Damn.
So this will be coming down in about 31 days.
Okay.
Typically what we aim for is, there's 10 tables. As you can see, there's only 5. I'll show you in a smaller room to kind of really see the size of the room. We try to get 1 strain per table. If not, we do 2 tables per strain, depending on what the weight is.
This is fire. I love these rooms specifically.
This one specifically, you're really gonna love flower too. It's coming down in 2 weeks. That's the room right there.
What strands are these?
These specifically, we have over here. We got permanent marker. This table right here, we're actually running some of the new genetics. Like I told you, we spring in 2 strains every month. So this one's got Spritzers and Magic Straws. They won in May. They won the lottery. Over here we have Royal Gerilla. This was part of the lottery and it passed, so now it's in full production, so it's got its full table now. Wow. And then over here, this is the Black Maple.
Okay.
It's completely different from the Maple Nectar that we looked in the mom room, but this one is a new strain as well. And then this over here is actually the Maple Nectar. So this is actually the first run of the Maple Nectar, so I'm actually curious to see how that turns out.
Can I smell it?
Of course you can. Over here is just our irrigation area. Each flower room has 2 tanks.
Okay.
The veg room and the mom room have smaller 1 tanks just because they don't feed as much. But with the flower rooms, 1 tank feeds the front of the room and the other tank feeds the back of the room.
What type of system do you guys use to for the irrigation?
Right now we're just using the system here is diversified.
Okay.
So we send just a handful of feeds a day to them. We can set schedules in here per the room, per zone. So like say veg, I can feed the front of the table for 10 minutes and I can feed the back table for 5 minutes if I wanted to.
Okay.
And we can put in schedules so we don't have to do it.
Yeah.
It's all automated for us.
Continue on.
All right, and we'll move into this room next. This is the room that's about to come down next in 17 days.
Okay.
So we got roughly about 2 weeks left in here.
Wow.
This room, we have the undercarriage lights. The goal here is to produce more product and get rid of less larvae. It's working very well. We don't have to skirt as hard down here because the plants are getting enough light, so they're not dependent on the light above as much as they got enough down here. If you want to go down this aisle here, so depending on the size of the strain, we aim for 2 to 3 levels of trellis just to hold it up so that it's not falling over. Here we have grunts. It's more of a shorter strain, so as you can see, it only got 2 trellis lines.
Yep.
Over here, which is my #1 favorite, I can't wait until it comes down, is Prodigy. This one beats the Rainbow Runtz. It beats everything that we got in here. This is my favorite strain right here. Personally, I'm not speaking for everyone, but personally, this is my
What's
favorite.
this strain?
Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Prodigy. Very nice. It gives you that Skittles, but it also gives you that gas as well, so it kind of really mixes in well. You want to walk back here, I'll kind of show you the size of the flower room. So basically the front of the room mirrors the back of the room, just depending. Sometimes we'll have different strains. If we're running double tables, say this table and this table will be the same strain, so it makes it a lot easier to harvest. So we try to keep everything together. A couple strains we got in here is Grunts. I'm sorry, this is Grape Pie right here. And then we have Grape Pie 4. These, as you can see, they look completely different. 2 different phenos, same strain, but 2 different phenos. They look completely different.
Have you tried these 2 before?
I've tried the regular Grape Pie. It gives you like that artificial grape, like if you're eating like a Jolly Rancher or something, It gives you that smoke. This one I haven't tried yet. This one is actually the first run of this.
Like, this is different. I haven't seen this at a grow yet, but like, talk about the innovation of those extra lights for the bottom of the plant. Like,
oh, the undercarriage lights?
Yeah.
So basically the idea here is that a lot of the plants and a lot of the growth down here doesn't get enough light from the top. Especially once the buds get bigger, it kind of blocks a lot of the light. So usually after the stretch, usually around week 3, we'll turn these lights on. So that way everything down here can actually really dense up and you're not getting that light, airy, fluffy weed at the bottom. So everything is smokable and it's like more product, better yields.
For sure.
So this is the room. This is the only room that we have the undercarriage lights in. But once we go to flower 4, we're also doing another experiment in there. So
I love this. I love that the plant is getting that extra light.
Oh, it's perfect. And then it's set on timer, so it's like, we don't have to do anything. We don't have to come in here and turn it off, turn it back on. It is literally linked to the lights up top. So it's pretty much like a second environment down here for everything, so that it can grow just as good as this. You got your top colas, but down here you're still going to get top cola sized buds.
Right.
See if we've got any others here. This is a new one that we just brung back, Gelato 44. We used to have it when I first got here, but we got rid of everything and started over, so now we just finally brung that back.
That's a rare pandemic strain right there. This strain right here was real heavy, like during the pandemic.
Yes.
And then you don't really see it.
You don't see it no more. It's like it just disappeared. But I personally tried this one, and I know it's going to hit the market, and everybody are going to be like, give me more. Yeah, for sure. Here's another new strain, Banana Bath.
Okay.
You'll get a chance to try that later.
Okay.
I got you some Banana Bath. This is a new strain as well that we're just working on, but it really produces, so it's doing us really good.
It is. I can't wait to try that one.
Yeah, that one's nice. We'll go check out these other rooms here. Each flower room in here has its own personality.
How would you characterize this one?
This one, I would say this is where you're heavy hitters. One, because you have the undercarriage lights, and the lights in here are the newest, so this room always dumps. This is usually where our most yield comes from.
Right.
Flower 1 that we just went into, that room, if anything can happen, it'll happen in that room and it will survive it. That's what I consider that one. So I would say like maybe like the apocalyptic room. It can survive anything. Flower 3 over here. This room gives you the least amount of problems. Like no issues at all. This one runs perfectly fine. And it's, you don't have to worry about anything. So usually whenever we're testing strains, we probably put it in this room because we know that it will be okay. This room actually just got loaded on Thursday, so you can kind of see the new growth in here.
And it's a lot of plants too.
Yes. So it actually surprisingly only takes them about 2 hours to move this from veg.
Really?
Yeah, they are very efficient with it. It's about us 5 people or so. 2 people in here, 2 people in veg, and 1 person pushing the cart back and forth. But they get it done very nicely, and they get all the emitters in here. They'll drop the trellis just to the height. As you can see, we still have layers up top.
Right.
Once the plants grow into it, then we'll start working it down and working it into the trellis.
So the plants will grow that high?
Some of them, yes. Yeah. Surprisingly, yeah. Some of them do grow that tall, but usually this trellis will probably drop to about right here.
What are the strands that are in here?
In this one, we have lemon cherry gelato. A new strain over here that you will also get a chance to sample is Super Boo.
Okay.
That's going to give you like a citrus taste. Another strain you're going to try, your Sherb Cream Pie. I got you some of that as well.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And then over here, we have some RS11. RS11 has always been great. And then back here, we got the lovely Rainbow Runtz.
So how much water does these plants need in this process?
It honestly depends on the strain, to be honest with you. We have an irrigation manager that literally comes in here and checks every feed every day just to see how much each plant is getting watered.
Okay.
So it does depend. I can't even tell you that the taller ones are going to drink faster than the smaller ones because it's honestly not true. Each strain is specifically different, so that's why we keep them all on separate tables so that we can give them the curated feed that they deserve.
I like this one. And when would you say, like, schedule-wise, that when would these plants be ready for the next step?
Well, like a skirt, like the next. So the next thing in here would be a skirt and a default. That usually happens around week 3, day 21. So they'll get rid of all this lower stuff down here that doesn't grow into this first layer of trellis. Because once those buds come in and those weights come in, if it doesn't hit that trellis, there's nothing to hold it. We don't want it hitting in the dirt or on the mat or on the tables, so we try to keep all of that gone. Plus, it usually doesn't produce a lot down there, especially in the non-undercarriage light room, so there's no point in keeping it.
Right.
So that has probably, this is on day 4, so
I can see those over there getting a little height to it as well.
Exactly. So someone's going to come in here on Monday and start feeding those into the trellis a little bit. The taller ones, usually we will try to kind of pen back a little bit so that it can kind of, everything else can kind of catch up to it.
Like even the ones in the back of the room, are they still at the same amount of weeks? Or because I see some of those are like over the...
Yes. So those back there is actually the Gelato 44. I can tell you from just standing right here. I know for a fact those are Gelato 44. Those things grow like weeds, and we're like, stop, just slow down a little bit, like let us catch up. But it wants to grow, it produces weeds, so I guess we just let it do its thing.
Yeah.
We got one more flower room to check out. So this room is kind of different like flower too. This room actually has LEDs and HPS lights.
Okay.
So in the front of the room is a lot brighter than the back, but surprisingly the par level is still the same.
What is the benefit of using those different lights?
One, LEDs are more cost efficient, so we're trying to kind of move into that realm, but also not lose our yield, because that's where you're going to get your yield from, is from the HPS lights. So we're kind of doing like a mix here. So one, we can cut down on costs, and two, we can still get that yield that we're looking for. So this room is actually due for a defol. That will get done on Monday. So it's almost on that day 21. And as you can see up there, it's kind of checkerboard. And then in here, we have some Cap Junkie, which is probably one of our highest testing THC strains in here.
What's the name of the strain again?
Cap Junkie. Maple Nectar here. This is the second run of that. More Rainbow Runtz, because you can never have enough Rainbow Runtz. And then here we have some RS11 and Gelato Cake. So we have Gelato 44 and we have Gelato Cake. And we also have Wedding Cake Gelato.
Okay.
So this room, as you can see, the next step, so as we explained in the last room, what's going to happen on Monday is all these branches here and all these leaves down here are going to get removed. Everything up here that's no longer necessary, that will hide the light from everything down here, will get removed as well, so that the plant, one, can get enough light, and two, it gets enough air circulation so we don't get any bud rot or any type of pests like to hide in that area too as well. So we try to clean that up as well.
So in this process that you're talking about, you said defoliation?
One more time?
In this process that you said you had to do on Monday?
It'll be a skirt and a defol.
Okay, so like how long of a process is that?
It really just depends on the team. I would say usually what we'll do is, if you can open these tables up, we'll have 2 people on one side, 2 people on the other side. They usually get about a table done in about an hour.
Okay.
So this whole room will probably take them like a day and a half. And then next we'll check out our dry rooms. This dry room here,
Wow. Thank you.
so we whole hang plants. This room actually just came down Monday. So we whole hang plants. They stay in here for about 21 days, and then we'll buff down into a tote. It'll cure in a tote for a little while. We'll run it through the machine, and then we'll hand trim it, and then it's good to go after testing, of course. So as you can see, there's 3 levels. The idea is we'll fill the top layer first, of course, to make it easier to kind of work around in here, and then we'll work our way down and work our way forward. In here, usually it takes about 3 people, 1 person scanning, 1 person cutting all the extra trellis off that may be, difficult, and then 1 person hanging it up. That person usually can feel it in their shoulders at the end of the day, for sure. But our harvest process, they are actually super efficient. They get it done in about 6 hours. Like, we're shocked. They're usually halfway done the room by lunchtime. Yeah, like they'd be killing it in here. Yeah, we got some true monsters at work.
What are some of the strands that are in here?
In here we got permanent marker down here. That's always a good favorite. The level right above us looks like Cap Junkie. Cap Junkie right here is a heavy testing.
Okay.
And then if you go all the way on the top, just looking at it, I can tell you that's Sherb up there, Sherb Cream Pie. A lot of the strains, they're so distinct that you can just look at them and you'll know exactly what strain it is.
I was able to tell the temperature in this room is drastically different than
Correct.
the other ones. What part does temperature play into this room right here?
So we keep the temperature and the humidity around 60s, depending on what stage it is, how many days it's in here. The idea is to kind of help it dry out, but not dry out too fast.
Gotcha.
And we're also trying to not let it stay too moist too fast, because you'll also get that bud rot if it stays wet too long.
Right.
So this temperature is like perfect. If we wanted to, we can keep this in here for months. We don't, of course, but we
Yeah.
could keep it in here for months and it'll be perfectly fine. It's like the perfect cure temperature for this plant.
Okay.
So this one came down on Monday, so it's got about 2 weeks left in here before we'll start to break it down.
Nice.
And then I'll show you the other dry room. That one's coming down on Monday. As you can see, we keep it very clean in here.
Yes, yes.
I try to keep it like almost like a lab because, you know, I mean, when I started in the industry, I started in Maryland and it was considered medicinal. Mm-hmm. So I thought of it, you know, these are patients, these are people that probably got like immuno diseases and all kinds of anything that can like really affect their bodies.
Yeah.
So the whole idea is to try to keep this facility clean so we don't pass that through the weed.
Wow.
So as you can see, this room was kind of smaller. There's the same amount of plants in here, it just dried out. This room's coming down in a few days.
Yeah. I would have, like, if you wouldn't have said it, I would have thought this one was a little bit bigger. But you got the
nope, same exact size.
Because like maybe it's more like ceiling.
It's this walkway right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this walkway kind of throws everybody off.
So how do you get the plants down from?
With the stick here.
Oh,
we have these. We have a couple of these, couple of different designs depending on who does it. They all have their preferences. This can go up or smaller depending on how tall you are. And you just kind of grab it right at that hook.
Yeah.
And just bring it down. So over here, we have our trim department. This is where we trim all the weed after it comes down that dry room that we just left.
Okay.
Hello. Trim team here. They are currently working on that wonderful Rainbow Runtz that we talked about earlier.
Okay.
This is one of the great strains. Like I said, it's got like that Skittles / gassy. The color is amazing. It burns great. You can smell it as soon as you walk through the room. It's beautiful. So in here, they'll do the trimming, and then from here, it will go in here for storage and cure.
Thank you.
From here, so all the product on this side just came out of the dry room. All the stuff right here is ready to be trimmed, and all the stuff right here on this far side is in testing. It just got tested a few days ago. We're just waiting on the results. And over here, everything that passed testing and is ready for packaging.
Do y'all do the testing here, or the?
No, it has to be third party per CRA rules. We do in-house testing, especially on our new genetics. We have a machine to test it, just to kind of get an idea where it sits. It's not completely accurate, but it gives us a baseline.
Yeah.
So if you want to see some of our finished product here, here's some of the Sherb Cream Pie.
Okay. Wow. Can I pick one up and smell it?
Let me grab a pair of gloves real quick. In here. TK, let me get one of those gloves. One of your gloves.
Okay, smoke some merch on. We were gonna show that later.
Ooh, it's time for a new box. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Which room? You said this is the Sherb?
Yep, Sherb Cream Pie here.
Okay. I like the smell.
This is probably like the all-time favorite. Usually as soon as the test results come back for this, it's already sold. It's probably the fastest selling thing, so I'm pretty sure this is going to get packaged on Monday to go out.
Where can people buy the products from, like which dispensaries?
Currently Grams, all locations Grams, mainly the Lapeer one and the one in Hazel Park.
Yeah, that's
and most of all Puff stores.
Gotcha.
We have them every other, smaller places, but if you want like the biggest selection of our products, it'll be in those 2 stores.
Okay.
This is my little office, my hideaway. People like to take advantage and come in here and hang out.
So, what's your like day to day operations? Like, how long are you here? What time do you usually get here? Like,
Me specifically, I usually get here around 7:30, and I'm here until about 5.
okay.
The staff themselves are here usually anywhere between 7 and 4:30.
Gotcha.
I like to get here early, but not too early.
Yeah.
But I also like to make sure that I'm like one of the last people to leave, just to make sure that the facility looks nice.
Sure. And then I know you stated earlier that you guys were hiring. So, like, what type of experience do people need in the area? People who watch this and might want to, work here. What type of experience would they need?
To be honest, you don't need an experience here. We have a great team that will train you in everything that you need. We will accept people with experience, depending on the resume. But here, as you spoke with Andy, this is like a family. So as long as the vibe fits, we'll train you.
Right.
So we're willing to work with anyone as long as it works with the team. We're working with live plants, so we like to make sure that the energy stays positive here.
Yeah, for sure. What like for this environment, as long as you've been here, how did you guys set the tone to make it like a conducive work environment?
One thing about me is, like I said, I worked in multiple facilities, and the reason why I left is because it just doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the facilities that I worked at, it's usually owners that are just in it for the money, and they don't care about the employee.
Right.
Then you got the staff that are just stoners, the ones that give stoners a bad name, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a stoner. I'm a functioning stoner.
Yeah.
But the stereotypical stoners that come in and think this job is just easy, they'll just come in here and just not really care about the plant. This is the first facility where I feel like I get everything that I'm looking for in this facility. The management is awesome. There's places to grow in here. We're expanding, as you can see, with all the new strains and everything. And it just feels like home.
Yeah, for sure. I could feel that. Even with the people that we just saw working, they were just chilling, like just trimming at it.
Yeah, so this is the weekend. We're not necessarily fully functioning on the weekend.
Right.
You don't have to come in on the weekend. These are people that just want to come in and help, make a little extra bit of cash on the side.
No, for sure.
So that you can tell that they're dedicated. It's not mandatory for them to be here, but they've been here since 10 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always a cool vibe to see, because I guess bad rep that some facilities or certain cannabis companies get is that they run their employees down. Like, you're doing like 20 jobs and they're just like, get it done. Oh,
yes.
Right? Okay, just do the job.
That is literally how it's been. And then they will tell you to get the job done and not tell you how to do it.
Right.
But they expect you to do it exactly how they want you to do it.
Right.
But no, here we go through an extensive training process where everyone knows exactly what to do. You could be a cultivation tech, like everyone that was in that room, they're all from cultivation. They're not trimmers.
Okay.
So we train everyone in each department. So you can work in every different department. We train you just in case it's needed. But you don't have to. Whatever your passion is, we try to make sure to get you in that department so you can learn more and become a better cultivator.
Sure.
Like in the flower rooms, the 4 different flower rooms, each of the techs get a chance to be the owner of that room. Mm-hmm. So they kind of get to be like the supervisor, for lack of a better word. So not only are they learning to become cultivators, but they're also learning to become management. Right. So we know people aren't going to stay here forever. We don't expect people to stay here forever, but we want to make sure that once they leave here, that we give them all the skills that they need to be better.
Yeah, because I actually like that, because a lot of jobs, they'll just tell you what to do, but you never get the other perspective of, let me show other people how to do it, and versus, like, I can do the job, I can show somebody the job, and I can tell immediately when I go in this room something's wrong.
Exactly. Like, all of our managers are hands-on. We're in the trenches is what we call it. Mm-hmm. None of us is just sit behind a computer or just hide in our office. Right. All of us are working hard. Like, it's a small team. Right. We're all needed. So me just sitting in my office is not going to help the team. Right. So wherever I'm needed, I go. Like you said, I started in propagation, but I've literally worked in every single department in this year.
What do you think is the underrated process of the growing process or harvesting it?
I would definitely say the cure process.
Okay.
One, and just like the care of the plant. A lot of people are using spray-on chemicals.
Yeah. And,
using different stuff that you can literally taste in the weed. One thing about here is, out of all the facilities I've worked, this is the only weed that I will smoke. Right. There's no powdery mildew. It doesn't give you that weird chest burn or anything. Yeah. It burns smooth. You can smoke it in any different fashion. I even make edibles out of it, so it's great.
Yeah, I always thought like trimming was kind of like the like an underrated process of it and like bucking. But for to like to talk about the trimming part of it, what is the importance of trimming the flower once it's already in that process?
It's definitely important because you want to have bag appeal. You know, a lot of people in the industry, the first impression of it is what it looks like at the deli style in the dispensary. So we want to make sure that it doesn't have a lot of leaves on it, but we're also not destroying the buds. I've noticed that some places will literally like eat into the bud,
Yeah,
and you're not getting that full product. So we make sure to just take off the extra fan leaves that are just the
yeah,
sugar leaves that are not necessary, so that we get that full quality bud left for the customers.
gotcha.
I did, like you were saying, in a trim, it is like an underrated job.
Yeah,
A lot of facilities run through trimmers.
right.
It's you're literally sitting down, standing up for 8 hours trimming weed. A lot of people don't like to do that over time, so we do events here. We do challenges. Whoever trims the most weed today might get a free day off. Whoever trims the most weed today might get a free lunch. So we make sure to kind of keep everyone engaged, so it doesn't feel like they're just lost in that room trimming.
Right. What about the booking process? Like, can you speak a little bit about that?
The bucking process is actually all hands on deck day. Everyone in the facility will come to the dry rooms and buck down. So it's literally just like a family reunion.
Yeah.
The trim people get to hang out with the cultivation team. The maintenance team even helps us. Housekeeping helps us. Literally everyone in the building will come out and just get it done. So we do a lot of talks in there. Or we'll do like a power hour where we do different music every different hour. So we make it fun in there, and usually on buck down days we usually offer lunch for everyone as well. So
How do you feel about the company, and how can the company expand, or do you feel like the quantity of people here matches what is needed, or do you feel like um, a certain levels of expansions for the company? So do you feel like the quality of people here you can expand, or you benefit from the amount of people, or how do you see the expansion of the company?
Like I stated earlier, we're still looking for one more person. We don't want too many people because one, that takes money out of everybody's pocket. The more employees you have, the less you can pay your employees.
Right.
So we try to keep it small, but where they're not feeling like they're overworked, where they just feel like that good amount of work. So here, I feel like we could expand if we wanted to, but usually with that expansion that I've noticed in most facilities, that's where you get the most like headaches.
Right.
You got people running over each other. You got one person standing here because they don't know what to do. They're stuck between two people working next to them. So we kind of made sure that when we set out how many people we need for each department, that we kind of literally worked it. Each manager worked the job. There's 6 managers here. We all work the job to see how it works, to see where, if we need more, if we need less. So it was all guess and check. Once we had it down packed, and then we were like, all right, this is our team here.
Gotcha. So part of that, the second part of that expansion question is, do you see this facility making like more products like rosin or like different flower related products?
Well, we do work with other companies. We will send some of our trim off or some of our buds off, and they'll make the products for us.
Okay.
One company in specific, Fatties,
Okay.
they make pre-rolls. We work a lot with them. They do a lot of our pre-rolls, but they're not connected. They're connected,
Right.
They're friends.
For sure.
But no, we don't do anything processing wise here. I think once we have it set in stone, like we feel like this place is running like a well-oiled machine, then I feel like Andy might want to look into more. But right now we're just focusing on making sure that we're the best facility as possible.
For sure. What's some strands that you guys don't have that you would like to be brought here and cultivated here?
A lot of the OG strains for
Yeah.
sure. Like I want that mint chocolate chip. I want like that OG. A lot of those strains I would like to come back. Some Northern Lights, some of the old hitters like when I grew up and I probably wasn't supposed to be smoking.
Right.
Those strains, I want those strains to come back because I know that they were heavy hitters, and the stuff today is just, I mean, for lack of a better word, it's kind of watered down a little bit, with all the different genetic testings and all the people doing different breedings. A lot of the strains are kind of watered down, but I want like that original funk, that original gas to come back.
I would love for like a cultivator, and even you guys, if y'all would, is bring back like Granddaddy Perp, sour diesel, white widow.
Yes.
Anything with kush behind it. I know sometimes certain strands grow differently in commercial or indoor type of grows, but I would love to see like those, like you said, those old school strands to come back.
For sure. Like you said, like one I've grown was Mac 10.
Okay.
It smokes very well, but it sucks at growing, so it wasn't really built for production.
Yeah.
The customers loved it, but it was too much work for the workers.
Right.
So that was a strain that just kind of got pushed to the side. But me personally, I love seeds.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm the seed queen, so I'm always popping seeds. I got seeds from the 70s. I got new seeds. I got old seeds. So I've been working through some stuff and kind of just figuring out what's best to kind of bring into the facility.
For sure. Any shout outs you want to give out, or your socials, or where people can follow the facility or brand and yourself?
You can follow me at Danell at Instagram or Snapchat, DA_NEL. Our facility is working on our branding, so we don't have necessarily a page yet for there, but I will be working on that.
For sure. Appreciate you for having us. We appreciate the opportunity.
No, I appreciate you guys. I'm so loving the fact that you guys came out here and just got a chance to look at our facility.
For sure. Thank you.
Of course.
I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, man. We got the Lit Cup in here, man. You know what I'm saying? You can indulge in your tea, and then you can smoke
That's
your bud
fire.
on the bottom. Man. Shout out to Mixing with Bakery too.
Yes, sir.
They come with some real great treats.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's a secret though. We can't tell y'all what's in it. We can't tell y'all what type of, because you know, feel me?
Because it's mixing with love.
It's mixed with love.
You know
It's
what I'm
twisted
saying?
too. You know what I'm saying? So
You
make
got-
sure that y'all tap in.
Inboxes.
Tell them add them on Instagram.
Yeah.
Mix it with Bakery.